G'day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first ZaffDaily in a while. You know, the first ZaffDaily in a while. I think it's about 5-6 days. Yeah, so what has been happening? I'm just gonna tell you what's happening on stream, and then I'm gonna go back into the reason why I haven't been online as much as of lately and recorded any of these ZaffDailies or even the Twitch ZA thing, Twitch ZA tips. So what happened tonight is what happened the past couple of nights on streaming is we basically played 7 Days to Die and Witcher 3, which is freaking amazing, both of them. And tonight we went and scavenged a tower, what do you call it, skyscraper in 7 Days to Die. And we haven't completed every level of it, but it took us a good while. We did about 2 or 3 levels per day, I think. 2 or 3 floors per day. And it was quite cool. I loved it to bits, and it was fun, and we've set it up in such a way so that for future scavenging operations, which is basically 3 days from tonight, 3 or 5 days from tonight, we will be able to go in there and scavenge again, you know. So that is quite cool, and I love the new things they did in Alpha 16. Holy balls. I love the new things they added in Alpha 16. I loved it. So what has been happening is I hit a form of depression. It's all to do with my dog. You all know my dog, and you know Jambalaya and everything. And he's still here licking his feet, you know, getting ready for bed and all that. He has fallen ill. He has taken a turn for the worst. Instead of me going, okay, cool, we've got a couple of months, it went down to, okay, cool, we've got a couple of weeks, to, at the moment, being any day now. You know, he's reached that point. So as long as he's got a quality life, he will still be around. But I'm thinking any day now it's gonna happen, and the end is nigh. His days are counted, unfortunately, and all I can do is love him to bits still, and then send him off. You know, I think I've come to I've come to deal with it, but it's still pretty damn shitty. You know, it is really, really shitty, and I don't know when it'll happen, and I know I will have a shitty day when it does happen. We will be going in for a checkup next week, probably on Wednesday, to do a checkup and see how things are going and get the vet's input. And it is tough. It's really, really tough, and it affects my streaming. I mean, what happened now this week, on Friday and Saturday I didn't stream because Friday there was a miscommunication, and Friday was supposed to be my day off to see a friend that I've made in Korea, a South African friend that I've made in Korea. And I found out on Friday, like, it's gonna be next week Friday that is gonna happen. So I'm like, you know what? I really don't feel like streaming. First time since forever that I don't feel like streaming, because I feel shit. You know, I feel shit about my dog, and I'm dealing with things with the dog, with Jambalaya and everything. And I'm looking at him every time I say his name. And, you know, Saturday comes around, which is usually the Saturday off in the month where we have our monthly braai with my friends. And I woke up at 3 and got the message that they've also cancelled that. And I've decided, okay, you know what? I'm going to work on 7 Days to Die and fix everything up and not do the boring things on stream. And we basically spent the entire Saturday night fixing stuff up with 7 Days to Die, you know. But again, I didn't stream. So this is the circle that's happening, ladies and gentlemen. Is I'm depressed, like I'm down in the dumps. So I don't want to stream. But not streaming makes me even more depressed. You see the vicious circle? You see the vicious circle? And it took a lot of me today just to get back into streaming, just to start. And I mean, it sounds like I'm telling you I haven't streamed for months. For me, it feels like I haven't streamed for months. Only 2 days. It took a lot out of me just to get back into streaming tonight, and I am going to shorten my stream times for the time being while he's still here, while Jambalaya is still here. I'm going to shorten my stream times because basically what needs to happen is in the mornings I wake up at 7 and I feed him, and then I have to wait an hour before I give him his pills. Otherwise, he'll just throw up all of his pills. You know what I mean? I need to get that stomach lining. I need him to have food in him before I give him medicine. Now, what used to happen in the past is my mom would feed him in the mornings, so I can sleep straight through up until 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I can sleep still straight through, and then wake up and get ready for streaming and continue on with an 8-hour stream. Right now, if I feed him in the mornings, I have to, that 1 hour basically pushes my sleeping schedule up by about another hour or two, because it's a thing that happens. You wake up, you do things, and you go back to bed. So what happens, your body is like, man, I haven't slept in ages, and you go back to sleeping, and you sleep about, like, usually I sleep for about another 7 hours. This morning, for example, I fed him at about 7:30, gave him his medicine at about 8:30, roughly fall asleep at 9 o'clock, and I woke up at 3 o'clock, an hour before I had to stream, And that is after I've had another 4 hours of sleep, roughly 4 to 5 hours of sleep. So I had about 11 hours of sleep, but basically because of that point of me waking up, staying awake for an hour and going back to bed, that screws my biorhythm around. So I'm gonna do it that way. I'm gonna stream an hour less every day so that I have enough time to go to bed, and possibly just stay awake until the next, like when I feed him, possibly just stay awake until I next stream, until the next stream. Possibly. Probably won't happen, but possibly. And that's basically the big thing. We're just riding this out, man. And it sounds bad. I sound bad. I feel bad for saying that we're just waiting this out. We're just riding this out. I mean, nothing is stopping me from going tomorrow to the vet and telling him, listen, knock the dog out. But the dog is still healthy. He still walks around. He's still, he's still having a generally good quality of life. And I can't take that away from him. I can't. It is just the moment he starts really struggling, that's when I will do it. Now, this might be a week from now. This might be 2 weeks from now. This might be a month from now, I don't know. I really don't know. And it's bad because it's dogs. One day they're fine, the next day they're gone. So it's bad. I know, it's really bad, but that's my schedule for now. I'm going to change my schedules on Tuesday to go to 6 hours per day, basically from 5 till about 11 at night, and that is basically that. I need to stream. I really need to stream to keep my spirits up and to, get my mind off of things. So instead of doing the usual 8 hours, I will be doing 6 hours, and I hope you guys and girls can bear with me, because it's just life, it's just life. Okay, that's me, enough rambling. On Monday night, I will be back with Witcher 3. I promise you. I haven't gotten anywhere in the game, technically, yet. But on Monday night, I will be back with Witcher 3. And I can't wait to see you there. And thank you for understanding. And hopefully we'll be back to releasing daily ZaffDailies. You know what I mean? But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. And thank you for understanding. I hope you do understand. I thank you for understanding, and until Monday night with Witcher 3, you should have a beardly good one. I'm pulling on beard hair. There we go. Have a good one.